What's good, everyone? It's Nimbo, back with another video. Hope you guys been good. I have this sample, pretty long, has a few different sections, but I'm gonna break it down section by section. You guys heard it already. For this sample, like at first, I wanted to add a lot of ethnic sounds like flutes, a lot of vocals, a lot of African chants. But for some reason I ended with this. Maybe in the future I'll do a breakdown of a sample like that. I think it's unique, it's a bit different. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Now for the first section, like I said, I'm gonna break it down section by section. I have these, I said wind chords, but I know I used Expand for this. I went with this Pipes and Bottles preset, which sounds like this. I like this sound because it's like a flute and wind. Same chord throughout. I don't know what this chord is called. I think it's a ninth. I don't know, guys, but yeah, plugged it in again. I'm not sure what this chord is, but it's the same chord for this part here. I didn't change it. Then for the second part, everything is the same, but I just did instead of the F, I brought it down to an E. For this, everything remained the same. I took the C, made it an A, and then brought the previous E, made it a D, and then ended on the E again. 4 chords, nothing crazy. And as far as the effects, I did nothing to it. It's not even on any channel. Default, it sounded amazing. Moving on to now the second thing, which again I used Expand for this because I feel like Expand has a lot of these ethnic sounds that I was going for. So I used the soft pan pipes. The only thing I did was, it's a basic pattern. As you can see, it's like 1, 2, 3 notes, and then this one is just a repetition of this. And I messed with the pitch, so I used my MIDI to kind of control this pitch. And that was just the first section. Now for the second section, for this part, I have a lot going on. I'll start off with the vocals. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 vocals, 6 different vocals for this section. This was more of like a passing vocal to lead into the B section. So I'll play the passing vocal first, and then I'll go to the other vocal. These are my vocals. This is how all the other vocals sound like. Amazing. I'll get to the effects, but I wanted to add a lot of vocals to fill in that space. I stacked all these vocals on top of each other and I put it all on one channel. Add an NS1 to suppress a lot of the noise. Did a low cut, a bit of the high cut as well, even in the mids. Got an out of vox, tiny bit of compression to it. A lot of the low mids as well. Felt like I needed to do more cuts. And finally the reverb. Used the reverb for this. Yeah. So I made a lot of these low mid cuts because I'm stacking a lot of vocals. There was a lot of low end that I wanted to get rid of. Moving on to the violin, pop violin from Xenology. Came up with this simple pattern. All this is the same. I came up with this melody in my head and I just translated it into the piano roll. That's how I came about it. And then for this part, I wanted to do a switch up to it. It's still the same notes but different arrangement. Instead of it going up, It's kind of like going up and then down and then ending on the G for this second part, and then it's the same thing here as well. I messed with the velocity a bit. I didn't do too much. As you can tell, just some notes, the velocity is a bit low, some a bit high. The only thing I have on the violin is the cymatics origin, and I panned it to the left, messed with the stereo separation as well. The reason for the panning is because I have a lot of vocals on this section, so I didn't want every single sound to be in the middle. And then now moving on to the bass, which the bass is part of the B section and the C section, which we'll go into. Blue Notes Xenology. The bass is very simple as well. Came up with this melody in my head when I was making the sample. I didn't even do nothing to it as far as effects, just left it the way it was. Moving on to the C section, one shot, it's just the key. I added that as a way to transition into the C section. The same bass, I'm using expand again. I'm not even gonna pronounce this, but you guys see it. I played this on my MIDI, that's why the velocity is kind of random. It's just two notes. I'm going from what is it, a B to E, back and forth. From here, I just went two notes down. Then for this part, I left throughout up until here, and then from here I went another two notes down. I played this on my MIDI. On to the next thing, I used expand again. One of my favorite VSTs, Taj Mahal. Nothing crazy, I'm going up for this part, the same thing, but instead of an E, I go to a D. I used Labs, the famous soft piano. I used the same chords that I used on the expand. The first pattern that I showed you guys is the same. I just copied, pasted, changed nothing. But for the keys, for Labs, it sounds like this. So far, I'm gonna play the whole sample up until the C section just to hear what it sounds like. A section, B section, and C section. The last section, which for this I used the Labs piano, the same Labs piano here, but then I made a few changes to the Labs piano. See, it's the same chords, but in between I added these notes. Well, I added these notes above the chords, then I added these notes as well. Made a few changes here and there. These notes same as that, 1, 2, and then I added these notes. I was just adding in additional notes to make it a bit different, because again at this point it's the same chords over and over, so I wanted to change it up a bit, switch it up. Messed with the velocity. I took that pattern, I consolidated it, I stretched it from 33, brought it all the way to 29, so sped it up. Then I added Groove Beat. So I added this preset, the glitch, and I added cymatics to it, added Groove Beat again, half step, sound shifter, pitched it up 1200 cents. After all that, this is what the Labs piano sounds like. And then now I took this key, this one, the one that I used to transition from B section to C section, copied the exact same pattern from Labs. Yeah, I did the same thing, meaning stretched it from 33 to 29. I took this vocal and took this one and I took this and I consolidated it. The only thing I did was I took out a lot of the highs to make it unique. And then the last thing was I used this one-shot bass and came up with a basic pattern, 4 notes. And that was just to finish off the sample at the end, and this is what this part sounds like. And of course the passing vocal that I used to go from A section to B section, this one, used the limiter to boost the whole sample up. Didn't even change the pitch of the sample. I liked it this way, and that's about it. More videos on the way. Thank you guys for watching. I want to keep uploading like every week or so, but for now we out. Like, comment, subscribe. Mana